probably Kevin Lee. I just don't think Al's been active enough. He comes in and he sticks around for a little while and then he's kind of out. But Kevin's been super active, man, and he's really hungry, especially since that loss to Tony Ferguson. So I love them both, though. I love watching both those guys fight. So if you held a gun to my head, though, I'd probably have to pick Kevin Lee.
Kevin's a beast now. I'm gonna go Kevin. Iaquinta's tough as well, but I don't know. After that Khabib fight as well, that was balls. The way he survived that. Not just survived that, he found ways to get out of Khabib's offense. So. For Kevin, his last few fights, he's on a roll. I'm gonna go Kevin.
I think when they fought the first time, Kevin Lee was really young. I think he's really grown in the sport since then. So I'm gonna go with Kevin Lee.
Kevin Lee's a monster, and I feel like he's gotten a lot better since his fight with Al, since his first fight. But Al obviously has also gotten a lot better, and he just went 5 rounds with Khabib. And Kevin Lee and Khabib are kind of the same style fighter. I believe Al has the better hands, but I think Lee has better wrestling and he's a lot bigger. But I think I got to go with my fellow New Yorker again and give it to Al. I don't know how, but I think he's going to win.
Honestly, that's a tough one to pick. Just Al won the first fight, right? So I think that he has that mental advantage, but he doesn't fight very often either, so it seems like he's gonna, every time he gets in there's gonna be ring rust and all that. But like I said, I've never been a big believer in Kevin Lee, but he somehow pulls out wins a lot. So I'm gonna go with Iaquinta though, just because I think that he has that mental advantage right now.
Kevin Lee, I can see Kevin Lee beating that. Kevin Lee is he's a very explosive, very strong. Like Khabib handled Iaquinta easily, and Kevin Lee can do exactly what Khabib can do, but he's just more dangerous with he throws more. He wants to hurt people more. You saw what Khabib did to Edson Barboza as opposed to what Kevin Lee did to Barboza as opposed to what Khabib did, right? It's just more dangerous. It's more volatile, right? So I can see Kevin Lee finishing Iaquinta.
I'd like to see Kevin Lee win because I would love to see Kevin Lee dethrone Khabib. I would like to see that. And plus, his name's Kevin, so you got to go for him.
I got to go with my guy, Kevin Lee. I've seen Al in the locker room before, and I know a couple of those East Coast guys, and they're all real cool. But, funny story, I've actually known Kevin Lee for a while. We fought together in Winnipeg before, and he actually came up. He visited Rufus Sport before for a while when he was coming up and didn't have a place to stay. I actually housed him for about a week. He stayed in my living room. I had a mattress for him, so he's a real cool guy, and I nothing but the best for him.
I think it's gonna be a tough match for Kevin. I think so. We have to see if he can bring Iaquinta down, and if Iaquinta can stay up. I think that's gonna be the fight. And sometimes just one punch can change everything. So it's a good matchup, actually. It's a really good matchup. I would say Kevin Lee. But I give it maybe a more 50-50 chance. But yeah, if I had to put my money on someone, I would say Kevin Lee. But I think he's a favorite, no? Yeah, so I would put my money on Al if he's underdog.